Alright, hello everybody, Peter Cooks here, hot dog chef extraordinaire, and today I'm going to show you how to make Peter's signature wieners in a bun. Alright, first let's look at the ingredients we're going to need. You're going to want some hot dog buns, enriched, some Heinz 57 tomato ketchup. I like mustard with a little bit of horseradish in it, a little bit of sweet relish to put on top, and some diced onions, but I'm not the type of guy that has time to go around chopping onions all the time, so I buy them pre-chopped for me. They can do that for you nowadays. And of course, you're gonna need some hot dogs. I went with bun length wieners by Oscar Mayer. Alright, so you're gonna want to turn this up to around a 4 or a 5, I'm not sure. Just like that. I think I'm gonna eat 3 today because I am very hungry. And then just kind of gonna get your spatula and roll them around in the pan a little bit. The pan isn't hot yet, but it will be. When you're cooking, you gotta be careful. Make sure you have a fire extinguisher nearby at all times, and that the little dial right there says it's full, not expired. Starting to heat up a little bit. Now is when you're waiting and when you can do some spatula tricks. 1 flip, 1.5, 2 flips. All right. They're starting to make noise. They are starting to make noise. It's a little bit too much noise for me. I need a little bit of peace and quiet in my kitchen. I'm gonna turn it down just a scotch to 2.5. I wanna slow cook these puppies. I do wanna slow cook them. You don't want just the outside of the dog to be, cooked and crispy, and the inside to just be a cold core of beef frank. You can press down on them like so. You can press up on them like so. Press down, press up. Press down, press up. Oh, there's a little bit of browning going on right here. See the browning? Some browning. Some browning. That's what you want to see, but keep them rotated, Rotate. Alright, maybe it's not hot enough now. Turn it back up a little bit to 3.5. The thing about germs and cooking is that when you cook, the germs get desensitized by the heat, so nothing bad can happen to you. Oh, seeing a little bit of bubbling here on the flesh of the wieners here. This is good. This is a good sign. It's kind of that campfire effect. When you cook hot dogs over a campfire, you get the same bubbling, and it's a really good thing. Don't be afraid of it. It looks bad. It looks a little bit like leprosy or warts or something, but it tastes absolutely delicious. So don't be afraid of it. Eating food in general is a disgusting thing. If you think about it too much, whether you're eating a hot dog or a chicken leg or a cauliflower, it's just weird. It's just really bizarre. Keep them rotating. Keep them rotating. These are actually pretty close to being done. The beautiful thing about hot dogs is that they're already cooked when you get them. They're not raw, so whatever you do is just a bonus on top. You're really just heating them up. All right. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit to 1. I'm gonna get the buns ready. It's the only plate I can find that has like paint and automatic stippling dots all over it, but it'll do. It'll do. Does anyone else always untwist the twist tie the wrong way the first time? Right, so we've got our 3 hot dog buns here ready to have the hot dogs put in them, just how we like them. Right? Perfect. Like so. Here they will go. And I'm going to turn this off now. We just have to put the hot dogs into the hot dog buns. But they're pretty hot. So we're going to go this way, take the hot dog bun, and grab the hot dog out of the pan. Like that. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Beautiful. All right, this one seemed like it opened a little bit wider than I really preferred. So I'm gonna put it in between the other 2 to kind of hold it in the preferred stance. The stance is too wide. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, and then right now I'm gonna take a small cut and take the seals off of these because I haven't opened any of these yet. So I know there's a little seal in here, you know what I'm saying? Oh wait, there's a plastic thing. Alright, the first thing you do is take some relish. Try not to get too much juice in there and kind of push it against the side, right? Take some relish and you push it against the side of, one side of this like so. I'm gonna come back to that one. Don't worry. We'll get it good. We will get it all good. Little by little, we'll get the relish perfect on all of these. A little bit more on this one. A little bit more here. Yep. A little bit more like that. A little bit more here. You just put it on one side. Push it up against the bun and against the wiener. A little more here. Just work it into the crack right there. It's really good. That's how you do it. This is how I do it and how you should do it. If you try to fill this whole space right here, it gets out of control really quick and you'll end up regretting it. The relish taste will be way out of control. Now, you might be thinking, Peter, why do you like relish on your hot dogs if you don't like pickles on your sandwiches? And to be honest, I don't have a good answer for that. Life isn't so cut and dry all the time that I can just spout off answers to complicated universe questions like that. I'm sorry. All right, so that's how you put relish on these hot dogs, right? That's the relish part. And then comes the onions, which are nicely diced. You can dice these yourself, or you can buy them pre-diced like I do, because I don't have time to be chopping stuff up. I don't even know if I have a knife that can chop up onions like that, besides my Leatherman. All right, you put your onions on the other side, like so. Just fill in the other crack with onions. It's okay if you don't get it all in the first go through. You can always come back to a previous hot dog and fill in a few more chunks of onions. It's going really good. A few of the onions are cascading down off the hot dogs onto the plate and off the plate onto the oven and the stove top, and that's okay. All right, I'm really happy with how this is looking. All right, everything's great. All right, as we're done with the spoon now, we're gonna move on to the ketchup. Make sure it's shaken well and shaken down to the bottom, because there's two things you don't want. You don't want it to struggle to spurt out and come out in the like that, right? Like a whole bunch of nothing and then a whole bunch. You don't want that. And then you also don't want a bunch of watery weirdness coming out all at once. You just want the right thing right off the bat. Also be careful of the lid. Be careful not to drag the lid. It's a rookie mistake. You can hold it up with your pinky like this. I'm actually going to do a little test squirt here. All right, see it? That worked good. Came out a little fast at first. I don't really like the consistency of this one, but it's all right. You want to start moving before it comes out. These bottles are a little temperamental. They are. It's very scary, actually. I'm terrified. These bottles are very scary. Ah! A little air pocket there. Ah! This is the scariest thing in the world, actually. Squirting ketchup. And I'm shaking. I'm shook. All right. Then a little bit of the the deli horseradish mustard. That was a harrowing experience for me. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Same thing with this. This is much more my speed. This is what I wish the ketchup had done right here. This is what I want from everything in my life. I love this right here. This is the perfect consistency, the perfect speed of expulsion. My hand is still shaking from the ketchup experience, but it's still all working out perfect. Look at that. I love that. That's what, wow. Just this right here. Now I'm shaking because I love it so much. That's really all you gotta do right there. Like this hot dog right here just turned out perfect. Look at that. That's why you make 3. Honestly, that's why you make 3, so that hopefully one of them will turn out perfect. I mean, these will all taste almost identical, but I mean, just look at that one. Just look at that one. All right. And then, before you start eating, you could start eating now, but then you can go into the fridge, and I think I'll go for the cream soda. Oh, you can smell it before it starts, you know. Jeez, I'm so hungry. This is gonna be so good. That's how you make a Peter Cook's signature wiener in a bun. The bun, the pan-cooked wiener, the relish on one side, the diced onions on the other, the ketchup, and then the horseradishy mustard. And just go slow and easy with all of it. There's no rush, depending on how hungry you are. Oh. It's perfect. You know what I always say? Food is essential to life, therefore make it good. Or maybe I read that somewhere. Last one, the perfect one. One part of me hates to eat it just because it's so perfect, but also on the other side, it's truly a delight to eat it. Oh. Cheers, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's been great. Let me know how your hot dogs turn out. Yeah. Sure, they'll be amazing however you make them. When I lived in Chicago, I went for like a year or two without ever putting ketchup on a hot dog and still turned out okay. So hot dogs are it's a versatile dish. So don't be intimidated if you want to go make your own. You go do you. All right. Goodbye.